Hi, hello everyone. So last time we discussed debugging, and this time the topic is just debugging, but with macOS, right? And to debug with macOS, you're just gonna need to set up one thing. If you're working with GPU and WebGPU, and that's the backend type, obviously has to be Metal because of macOS. Metal is native rendering API. With that said, how do we debug actually WebGPU and Metal with Met? Well, you just need Xcode, and then with Xcode, you just need to find your executable, where your code is compiled, right, where your binary is, and then we can just go and find it. So for me, it's here. For you, it's obviously in different path. So it should be bin debug.net 8 and then whatever your game is called. And here, the only thing that you kind of need to set up is Metal, right? Because you want to debug Metal, and then we can also set some additional stuff. Not really necessary, although it does have some benefits, and then you can just run it. It will obviously run it. So let's see what we're going to get. And this is our game. So as you can see, some general information about the game. This is really nice. We have memory link. As you can see, memory keeps increasing each frame. So that's not good, but it is what it is for now. So I'm going to have to fix it at one point. But yeah, and the next step is how to capture a frame, and that's very easy. You just go to Xcode, you find this M button, and you can capture the frame. You can capture multiple frames. I just want to capture 2 frames. There are some other options which I'm not going to go through. I just want to keep this rather short, but let's capture 2 frames. As you can see, this is our frame 1. So let me enlarge this. This is our frame 1. And here it has some internal stuff, so you kind of have to navigate through it. But here I found main render pass, and somehow this stuff should be within the main render pass, as you can see, like it was in RenderDoc, but it's not, though. So this main render pass thing is not that useful. Is call stack here? No. All right. So you're going to have to play with it. Same rules kind of apply, right? Some stuff might map correctly, some stuff might not. We discussed with the Vulkan and DirectX. But let's go a bit further. And here we have another command buffer. Here. You're just gonna have to navigate here a bit to find our actual rendering code. And we can find render coder and then these 2 debug groups that we had, right? And here we can just drill in, and you can see push debug group only train the pipeline that we did last time, setting up the pipeline, some other stuff that we had defined, culling mode, winding mode, triangle fill mode, and then it sets the buffers, right? And here is our, as you can see, labels work. So we have quad vertex buffer here, bound, and if I go a bit further, I can find draw call. And finally, I can see the texture on the right? This has been drawn. Same applies for our second download render pipeline. It was called not texture only render pipeline, right? So this is pipeline label. So pipeline label still works. It works on vertex buffer, right, as well. So labels as well. I don't think every label is going to map 1-to-1. So be mindful of that as well. But as we can see, right, here our second draw call, right, we had this just untextured white triangle, and you can see its texture here, right? So our fragment is using white texture, and here when we were drawing this, it was using this colored texture. So here are the resources as well that are used. We can drill into geometry, and you can see our geometry being used. What did we use last time? Right? It's all here. And this is actually geometry. This is not a buffer per se, right? Because as you can see, it also has indices. This is our final geometry. But if I go here, you can see quad vertex buffer. So something is a bit off with the last one. I think I need just to set up views somewhere. I didn't catch the last vertex. Actually, it has, these are 4 vertexes. So this is correct. Okay, so going a bit further, we can probably find somewhere index buffer as well, right here, 1012, that's clear enough. And then, yeah, this is probably one of these is transform buffer, as you can see, right? If you remember, we had our scale matrix that we were writing values each frame. And you can see that right here. Another important things are pipelines, not the pipelines, but pipeline parts, right? The vertex shader. And the shader here, luckily, if you have macOS, they're very more friendly than what we had in Vulkan on DirectX. As you can see, this is way easier to read. I guess you would agree than either what we got with Vulkan or DirectX as renderer. And there are some other caveats here. So, for example, not the caveats, some other useful features here. For example, we can actually debug the vertex code. Here, the value is not incorrect for some reason. Can we get them to be correct? They should be. Unfortunately, here it doesn't seem to work correctly, right? This is all 0. It should be minus 0.5, minus 0.5. And in theory, debugging should work. It doesn't for some reason, which is very weird. But let's go further. So I kind of found the reason for some debugging information missing, and you can see the error right here. So to be honest, I'm not sure what that error is. Right now I would have to Google it and debug it, but I'm not going to focus on that. It's probably just a version. You probably need to update some stuff around. But let's go back to our capture. So what I wanted to mention is the same thing, right? That we had where are our pipelines, our main render pass, and the pass encoder, right? Just like you can debug vertex shader in theory, you can also do the same for fragment shader right here, and then we have some values here. So I'm not going to try to confirm those values. It's just something else that I wanted to showcase is where is our frame? Uh, yeah, what I wanted to showcase is all resources, right? So you can see all your resources that are in use. You're going to find this handy menu here for some kind of. So yeah, that's it, what I kind of wanted to showcase, because I think you're just going to have to play with it here to figure out all the stuff. I'm not sure either anymore. I haven't worked with Metal for a while, so I just do recommend that you go through it, try to figure stuff out. With that said, I think that's it for this video. For the next video, I think we should cover how to create maybe some camera. So yeah, that's going to be for the next time. So if you enjoyed this video, maybe like, subscribe, leave a comment, and until next time.